Now I'm sure this tape measure has been out for a while, but I just found it on Amazon, browsing around. Couldn't believe I had not seen this before because this is from FastCap. FastCap makes some of the best tape measures there are, in my opinion. I have several in the shop, and I like them a lot. Now, one of the most popular tape measures I have ever shown on this channel is the FastCap Lefty Righty. In other words, you can flip this either way, and you can still read the measurements upright. And it does have the increments in 16ths already marked out for you. So if you're new to tape measures or don't want to confuse things, even people who can read tape measures usually like these because you see a quarter, you mark a quarter, there's no accidentally marking the wrong thing. But this is the FastCap Story Pole. This has a special feature. Now, it's just like the other FastCap tape measures that I know and love. Really nice clip. It also has a pencil sharpener on the back. You can also write on the front, just like the others. And it does have those increments laid out in the 16ths so you can see what you're marking. But the story pole is, on the bottom, you can see that bottom part of the tape measure is blank because you can use that to mark measurements on that tape measure. For instance, if I got this piece of 8-inch walnut, I can just measure it, make the mark, and I don't even need to know the measurements now because it's marked exactly where I need it. And then I can repeat that measurement over and over on other pieces that need to be the same length just by using that mark. And then when I'm done, it erases just with your finger, which is very convenient. This might take over the top spot as the best tape measure in my shop. This, I think, every woodworker should have, or at least some version of this. This is from Rockler. They sent this over for me to try out because they knew I would love it. This is a blade cleaning system because this is everything you're going to need to clean blades, and man, does it do a good job. Now, I have this Wood River blade that has a bunch of buildup on it. It's like sap and just gunk. It's just gummy stuff. And that happens when you cut pine and different things like that. Different woods will have different materials that will just gum up a blade. And when that happens, you'll think your blade is dull, but it's not. This could actually save you money because when you clean a blade and it cuts like new, you don't got to buy a new blade. And this is very easy to use. I'm using some CMT blade cleaner here, and you just spray this on to your blade that you're going to clean. This also will clean router bits, by the way, this blade cleaner and brush. This is all integrated so you can keep it nice and compact into its own little thing. And it does have two little handles. You'll screw those onto the blade. It's going to help you keep your fingers away from those sharp places. And then you can use this brush. Now the brush has brass bristles and it also has like a scrub pad, almost like a Brillo pad on one side. Now the brass bristles are soft enough metal, brass, so it's not going to damage your carbide teeth or anything like that. And you can see here, it cleaned this thing up like new in just a few seconds. We're talking less than a couple of minutes, and I've got a blade that looks brand new and it's absolutely clean. Very easy to do. And then of course this little tray here keeps the blade in there and all the mess contained. So you can just wipe it up with a paper towel or whatever, chunk that, and you're good to go. And of course a little top to keep everything nice and compact, and just store this away, ready for the next time. This, everybody needs one of these if you use blades and bits. Just do, or at least some version of it. Number 3 on the list, there are some hand tools you use in a wood shop or in a garage shop, around the house, a number of things you'd want some hand tools around, and these are all under $30 or right there around that $30 mark, and they're just extremely useful. They come in these nice VersaStack cases. These are from Craftsman. I've got a couple of different socket sets here that I really like. I picked these up just a couple of months ago, and they're just handy. Now the two smaller sets, one's metric, one's SAE, so you get both of them. You got everything covered on those smaller sizes. It comes with a nice 1/4-inch ratchet as well as an extension, several bits that you can use as well as those sockets, again in this VersaStack case, which all lock together. If you want a set that's slightly bigger, comes with a bigger extension, has a few more sockets, this is a good option as well. For the price of each one of these, it was a no-brainer for me to buy them, either throw them in the truck or keep around the shop. Next hand tool that I think is just super handy as a shirt pocket, is this Cobalt electric screwdriver. Comes with a bunch of bits as well as an extension there. You can use it with or without the extension. The extension is magnetic and you can just keep your bits in there. It will also work with any of your 1/4-inch driver bits if you so choose. We got a forward, we have a reverse, and it has an LED light that activates when you push the button. Why I think these are important, especially around a shop, especially if you're installing like router bases and things like that. You don't really want to use something like an impact because it can be too powerful and strip out that aluminum base that's on most all routers. So you want to make sure to not over torque them. It's nice just to have an electric screwdriver around. And this is one of Lowe's hottest selling items right now, with thousands of them being sold every week. Pretty crazy because it's a crazy value. That's one of the upgrades that I wish I had done a long time ago before I did it, was lumber racks. If you're a woodworker, you're going to have lumber, even if you have scrap wood or scrap pieces. These lumber racks are fantastic. I almost said lumberjacks. My wife's old alma mater high school was lumberjacks. First, these things are super easy to put up, and they're like the Bora speed horses. These are Bora racks too. They just make really good stuff. They're very easy to install. Literally just driving screws into a stud. Make sure you get it into a stud because you're going to be putting weight on these. And then you can load them up. I have one rack stacked full of walnut, purple heart, cherry, and some other woods that is just rock solid. It keeps everything nice and organized. It keeps everything nice and flat, which I was worried about because there's only 2 poles. I thought they would sag in the middle. They don't. Everything works nice. And then kind of my scrap wood rack is right here above me. I have several other pieces up there, little bits and pieces and different widths and things like that. Main thing is it just keeps everything nice and organized and up and out of my way. So when I do need it, I can get up there and get the lumber that I need down. But when I don't need it, I'm not tripping over it and it's just causing a mess in the shop. That's why I love these. I think they're fantastic, especially at the prices they charge for them. It's just a no-brainer. Now, a must-have, in my opinion, is something like this little tiny ratchet. Why? Because this lets you get into some very tight spaces. When you can't get into a space and use a ratchet or something, it takes you forever to get something unscrewed. That's where this comes in because it's got that little thumb wheel on it, so you don't even have to have full access to it. You could just spin your finger on it, and that'll help you loosen or tighten most anything. It has a 1/4" adapter so you can put driver bits and things like that in there. And of course you can use it with your kit for sockets. Pretty cool. Something to note, on my short video, people kept saying that the socket was going to get stuck on the bolt after you tighten this down. I'm not sure where that confusion comes from, but to clarify, this just passes through. It's just like if you were using a normal socket. So for instance, if we were tightening this nut down on this bolt, once we get to wherever we're tightening it down to, you just remove the socket. It's not going to get stuck.